What's going on, Jerome's? Minnesota Vikings indeed have the best wide receiver in the National Football League in Justin frickin' Jefferson, and he's supposed to have this amazing sidekick in Jordan Addison, as well as you look at training camp, Jordan Addison and Slinging Sam Darnold, America's quarterback, had great chemistry. You know, a lot of the big-time throws every single day, a lot of them went to Jordan Addison, as well as since this is San Francisco 49ers week, remembering back to last year, the hero of the Niners game, Vikings' big win over San Francisco on Monday Night Football, Jordan Addison. I just still remember him just like ripping that ball away from Ward, running it in. Come on, man. Come on. But Addison's run into some issues. Well, on the field. Off the field, but Jordan Addison in the first joint practice with the Browns, back in training camp, August 14th, he tweaked up his ankle, and he self-described it as a high ankle sprain, right? But he was able to get things together before the start of the year. Even though he was limited in practice before Giants week, he went into the game with no injury designation. So at least the ankle should be decent-ish. Also put up 3 catches for 35 yards on 4 targets in the game before another one. So he got his right ankle this time rolled up on a screen pass that didn't count because of penalty, but yeah, and he exited the game, did not return, and it was just not good. As well as Jeff Mueller. So PT, DPT, NBC, OPP. I don't know. I assume that's something to do with medical. So, Jordan Addison entered today with a left high ankle sprain. Again, Addison called it a high ankle sprain. May have picked up a right high ankle sprain in today's game. So that seems like less than ideal. Based on his hop/plant and how the defender pulls him down, it seems to fit high ankle mechanism. If confirmed, he could miss 2 to 3 weeks. Now, I understand like a lot of these online doctors and medical professionals, like they offer their informed opinion, but it is tough just watching the TV telecast like everyone else. So take their diagnosis with a grain of salt. It's not like they're seeing the patient in person, but it is what it is, and their takes are definitely more highly educated than the rest of us, right? And with high ankle sprains, that's a tough one. So the ligaments above the ankle, high ankle sprains take much longer to recover from, 6 to 8 weeks, and sometimes longer than a classic ankle sprain, which might sideline a player for several days to a couple weeks. Now, if indeed the left ankle injury was a high ankle sprain, he was on the lower end of recovery when he came back for the Giants game, since it happened on August 14th, a Giants game on September 8th. But I don't know, since left ankle is not 100%, and now there's new injury to the right ankle, potentially another high ankle sprain, I think you have to protect Addison from himself. I know that he's going to want to get out there and get after things, but I think that the Vikings should shut him down for a couple games and maybe even put him on short-term injured reserve. Because if he's placed on injured reserve, he would miss the next 4 games, Niners, Texans, Packers, and Jets. But you would free up an extra 53-man roster spot, as well as you could carry him through IR through the bye week and not even have to activate him up until right before the Lions game, week 7. So basically, you give him 6 full weeks for both of those ankles to heal, and that could make the most sense at this point. Plus, the Vikings, I do like the wide receiver depth that the Vikings have at the moment. Jefferson, obviously, is wide receiver 1. Jalen Naylor, who was dealing with an ankle injury of his own, looked good on that touchdown pass against the Giants. Brandon Powell, Tristan Jackson could be in the mix. Trent Sherfield, they love his run blocking. And then you got Lucky Jackson, Thayer Thomas, and then they've just brought back Deshaun Jones on the practice squad. So there is receiver depth there, and it would make sense where Kevin O'Connell also talked at his Monday presser about how they're going to be smart with Addison, and it is a long season, and he's correct. And this is something that you don't want lingering throughout the entire year, because you don't want Addison at or near 100% when it gets down to crunch time. Even though, yes, every single game matters, but do you want to rush him back and then he's not 100%? He's out there like 60, 70%, and he's potentially opening up having a re-injury to that thing? Nah. So, whatever the diagnosis is, we'll get word from the first injury report today. But I think the Vikings should seriously consider sitting Addison down until both of those ankle injuries are like. How bad do you run? It's not even a re-aggravation, which actually I don't even know if that would be worse. Actually, that probably would be better, since then at least you have one healthy ankle, but now it's both. 2 ankles at the same time, man. But your thoughts are thoughts. Vikings should consider sitting Addison until both those ankles are healed. Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. You know what to do. Skull, production value.